Today is day 4. It's been raining for a couple of days, and as a result, there has been a little gap in our routine, which I normally try to avoid. As Clinton Anderson would say, consistency is your greatest ally, inconsistency is your greatest enemy. As usual, I start every session with desensitization and end it with desensitization. Even though he's full of energy, but he's using thinking side of his brain, so he knows when that lead rope is on the ground, that means he has to stay put. Okay. Good boy. It's important that this 2 weeks of training to be consistent, but again, you can't stop the elements, so we had rains and didn't want to bring him out in the rain. Now I see why they got rid of him in the racing track. He's not very forward going. You know, in order to get him going, you need to push him, which is bad for racing and good for us, because when it goes into the hands of a new owner, you don't want this horse to be too fast. You want to be calm and collected and, you know, transitioning to canter. Very slow response. I add pressure. You see, you have to push him to go for a canter and goes back to trot soon. Wrong turn towards the fence. I do few consistent change of direction and then end it. I think it's good enough for now. Just bring him over. Good boy. That's what I want. I'm sure he's been saddled before, but I'd like to conduct my own due diligence and not assume anything. I always saddle a new horse in the middle of the round pen, in case there's a huge reaction. I clean him up a bit. I then start utilizing sending exercise to send him between me and the saddle. don't see any major issue here. He accepts the pad and the saddle like a champ, but let's hope he'll be fine when I tighten the 2 cinches. First, the front cinch. Then the back cinch. And finally, the breast collar. I love it that he's standing so calmly, as if falling asleep. Perfection. First, I launch him softly to see if he's experiencing any discomfort from the saddle. I tighten the cinch for the second time, this time a bit tighter. Let's start our round penning exercise. I now try to stop following him to see if he'll go around me by himself. Still needs assistance. We survived our first saddling. Good boy. Very happy. Majestic will be ridden tomorrow, so the following exercises are to prepare him for that. This simulates the rider's legs flapping around him. If there is a reaction, I'd like to see it here, on the ground, and not in the saddle. I do this few more times on each side and go to the next one. Good boy. I do this also a few times on both sides and finish the session with desensitization. Okay, let's go for the dreaded plastic bag. I will also introduce plastic bag to him today. To my surprise, he has absolutely no issues with it. It's a first for me. All horses hate plastic bags. These exercises were all preparation for his next ride tomorrow. Okay. Day 4 was pretty smooth.